Welcome to our YouTube channel with MEGHA. Myself, Upasona Panday. I'm a first Prof Medicos from NILRATAN SIRCAR Medical College and Hospital. In this video, I will be discussing about some of the doubts that has been raised by some students. There are 3 questions and the 3 questions are right onto your screen. So you can pause the video to have a look into the questions. Let's start with the first question. It reads that which one of the following is common to multicellular fungi, filamentous algae and protonema of mosses? And these are the options: diplontic life cycle, member of the kingdom Plantae, mode of nutrition, and the 4th option is the multiplication by fragmentation. Let's start with the protonema of mosses and discuss the related characteristics. So this is mosses. Mosses comes under bryophyta. And this bryophyta, the dominant life stage is gametophyte. So this is gametophytic. And as this is gametophytic, then what is the life stage? Haplontic or diplontic? This is haplontic. This is in number of chromosomes. That is haplontic. And this gametophytic stage of mosses that has 2 stages. The first one is the early stage, that is the protonema, and the second one is the leafy stage, that is the later stage. Okay, now we have to discuss about this protonema. So, diplontic life cycle? No. This is gametophytic life stage. So, this is haplontic. Member of the kingdom Plantae? Obviously, this comes under the kingdom Plantae. Second option is correct. And the third option reads that mode of nutrition. This is a plant. It has its chlorophyll. So, this exhibits the autotrophic mode of nutrition. And the 4th option is multiplication by fragmentation. So, when we talk of the vegetative division, vegetative reproduction of this bryophyta, more accurately the mosses, then we'll look that this bryophyta exhibits multiplication by fragmentation. So the 4th option goes correct. Okay. Now we will have to look in the filamentous algae. This filamentous algae, these are alga. What are this? These are simple thalloid, right? Why thalloid? Because this does not have distinct body parts. Distinct root, leaf, stem are not found. So this have the thalloid body. This thalloid body and chlorophyll bearing. Chlorophyll bearing. Chlorophyll bearing means this is autotrophic. Autotrophic mode of nutrition is exhibited. Okay. So let's match with the options. This reads diplontic life cycle. No. This is haplontic life cycle for algae. Because of being the primitive form of plants, this exhibits the haplontic life cycle. But exceptions are there. What are the exceptions? The ectocarpus, polysiphonia and kelps. Those exhibit the haplodiplontic life cycle. And the fucus exhibit the diplontic life cycle. This can go with this. Okay? We need to keep it in mind. Exceptions are there. I am not writing them. Okay? And member of the kingdom Plantae. Obviously, it is the member of the kingdom Plantae. And then the mode of nutrition. This is autotrophic mode of nutrition because it has its own chlorophyll. Okay? And the fragmentation, the multiplication. Vegetative reproduction occurs by fragmentation. Fragmentation is a very common form of multiplication by vegetative means in case of algae. Right? So, we have seen this fragmentation goes correct, kingdom Plantae goes correct, and diplontic life cycle. Can we say that it goes correct? No. Because the most of the alga show the haplontic life cycle. Fucus is just an exception to that. So, we cannot generalize this fact. Okay. Now, we have to look into the multicellular fungi. Now, we will look into the multicellular fungi. What are these fungi? This is a distinct kingdom. Okay. This is a distinct kingdom fungi. These are heterotrophic. More accurately, saprophytic mode of nutrition is exhibited by the fungi. Okay. found everywhere. These are the basic characteristics. Now let's go with the options. Diplontic life cycle? No. This exhibit haplontic life cycle. Most common is the haplontic life cycle. Okay. Now, member of the kingdom Plantae? No, never. This is a separate kingdom, that is fungi. And then mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic, that is more accurately saprophytic mode of nutrition, means it depends on the dead and decaying matters to get the food. It absorbs the food from there. Okay. And the multiplication. The multiplication occurs most commonly by fragmentation in case of the multicellular fungi. In case of other fungi like yeast, budding occurs and many other occurs, but fragmentation is a very common. So we can consider this point. So after going through all the options, we see that this diplontic life cycle, we cannot go with this option because this is contradicted by all of them. Member of the kingdom Plantae, this fungi contradicts this. So we can also not go with this option. In mode of nutrition, fungi contradicts this because fungi possesses heterotrophic mode of nutrition and this algae and mosses have the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So we cannot go with this. So the correct option is multiplication by fragmentation, which is exhibited by all of them very commonly. Okay, we are done with the first question. Now let's go to the second question. The second question reads out, which one of the following matches is correct? Let's look at the options. The first option reads Alternaria. Sexual reproduction is absent and this is under the Deuteromycetes. This option seems pretty correct because this Alternaria, this falls under Deuteromycetes. What is this Deuteromycetes? That is the fungi imperfecta. Okay. Why imperfecta? Imperfect fungi. Why? Because the sexual mode of reproduction is absent in cases of Deuteromycetes. Whenever the sexual mode of reproduction is found in any of them, those are moved to the other classes. So this Deuteromycetes, this is the imperfect fungi and the sexual reproduction is absent. This option seems pretty correct. What we will do? Will mark it? No, will not mark it because in times of hurry we miss some important informations. In that case, we need to look at the other options too. And after looking at all the options, we will decide whether this option is correct or not. Okay, so let's go to the second option, Mucor. This is Ascomycetes. No, this is Phycomycetes. We need not look at this option anymore because this is given wrong. We need not go with the characteristics. Now, this Agaricus. What is this Agaricus? This falls under Basidiomycetes. It's correct. Basidiomycetes means the mushrooms, puffballs, or the mushrooms. Okay. And this parasitic fungus. Okay. Agaricus is parasitic fungus? No. The fungi falling under the group of Basidiomycetes, some of them are parasites. Those grow on other plants. But this Agaricus grows on soil. This is not a parasitic fungi. So we cannot go with this option 2. Now what is the next option? Phytophthora. Does this fall under Basidiomycetes? No. This falls under Phycomycetes. This is Phycomycetes and this is the late blight of potato. That is Phytophthora. So all these other options are wrong. We will go with the first option that reads out Alternaria falls under Deuteromycetes and this lacks the sexual reproduction. Okay, now we'll go to the third question. Let us find out the third question. Which one of the following features is not present in the phylum Arthropoda? What is this phylum Arthropoda? This is the largest phylum of the kingdom Animalia. And this name says a lot about the kingdom. Arthros. Arthros means joint and podas means appendages. Okay. So this Arthropoda are the animals those have jointed appendages. Okay. Now let's look at the options. This has chitinous exoskeleton. Do they have? Yes, of course. The chitinous exoskeleton is a very important feature of the kingdom of the phylum Arthropoda. These are possessed by almost all the arthropods without any exception. The chitinous exoskeleton, that is a nitrogenous compound. Okay, and then metameric segmentation. What is metameric segmentation? The metameric segmentation is the pattern of segmentation that divide the body externally as well as internally into segments. Means that does not appear as segments. Those are actually the segments of the body that has been demarcated as well as internally. Okay, this is metameric segmentation is possessed by Annelida, Arthropoda and Chordata. Am I correct? So this is also a correct option as well with the chitinous exoskeleton. Now the Parapodia. This Parapodia is exhibited by Arthropoda? No. This is found in Annelida. Can we have an example of an Annelida? Nereis. So this Nereis have the Parapodia. Okay. So this option does not go with the Arthropoda. And then we have joined it upon this, obviously that demarcates. So which one is our answer? Is the Parapodia, which is not a feature of Arthropoda. So we were having 3 questions today and we are done with that. Hope you have watched the video very carefully. If you are having any problem, do write in the comment section. If this video has been helping you, then hit the like button, and if you're new to our channel, subscribe the channel क्योंकि ऐसे और भी videos आने वाले हैं. Thank you. Bye bye.